How's it going, ladies and bruises? I'm Sixkilla. Welcome back to Meteor World Actor, Batch and Dagger. You might remember in the last episode, Mr. Curator has got himself in trouble. Now he's missing. So hopefully we can find him and him still be alive, although based on the explosion we heard on the message he left us, it's doubtful, I imagine. Quit glaring at me and go and look for your boss, twerps. Waiting around in there isn't going to help. They're too used to a Curator telling them what to do. Their brains aren't wired to fire on their own. Don't jump to conclusions. Huh? We bumped into a visibly tired Fuyumi. She's been busy hunting leads by the looks of it. Not everyone in the first thinks the same way. I guess not. I'm in a hurry. She vanishes into the building, probably to sort out the information she's picked up. Detective Fuyumi seems different now. Maybe she's become a little more like you. I don't see it. Neither. We hit the rooftops courtesy of the Alphaveta. What are we going to do up here? Wish we had Hawkeyes. Then we can see everything down on the ground. That'd be nice. I can't see anything from up here. There's something I want to ask you. What is it? If you were really on the ropes, life or death, and you could only turn to one person for help, who would you call? The person I trusted most. Somebody who'd help me. Somebody I was totally sure about. So would you call me? No way! Didn't think so. I was hoping for more of a reaction. You've made it painfully obvious the entire time you don't trust us. Why did Ikuta contact me? There are a lot of people he could turn to. That's probably true. Superintendent Ikuta could even get the higher-ups to help. He reached out to me. Why? He thought he might die. Isn't it weird? He trusted you the most out of everybody? Don't make me laugh. Even you'd rather pick anyone else. That's true, but it's only sort of half true. What does that mean? Most of the time you're totally unreliable, and you betray me right away, and you got a foul mouth, and you're mean. But when things get really bad, you, save me. Maybe Superintendent Ikuta felt the same way. Him? That'd be an even longer shot for him than for you. But like oil and water, always have been. Our approaches and our abilities are perfect opposites. Can you think about it for a minute? Think about what? If you're in real trouble, who would you contact? Who would you turn to? Clarice or Sasuke? Vaz or Tamako? The faces of the 13th flash through my mind. But if I were in really serious trouble? What if I called Ikuta? Maybe he could turn it around. He could do things that nobody else could do alone. If you just thought of Superintendent Ikuta, then maybe he thought of you too. It's not that he trusted me the most. He thought maybe I could turn the tables for him. In a way that none of the others could. Something Fuyumi and the First couldn't accomplish. What would that look like? Something the First doesn't have, but I do. Super ice powers, perhaps? Can you think of anything? Nope. Maybe give it a second. I'm racking my brains. I can't think of any way you're better than the folks at the First. Why would you be? Everything I can think of to say about you is negative. Shut it. You have a lot of bad points that they're missing. Maybe what Superintendent Ikuta was looking for. Maybe it's someone who would break the rules. What's that supposed to mean? Oh, I'm just thinking out loud. That's the thing you're best at, that's all. Being a virtual outlaw who colours outside the police lines. I'm not proud of it, but yeah, I'll give you that one. Wait, another thought crosses my mind. Did you remember something? It's a depressing thought, but if he could have wanted me to do something only I could do, maybe it's something he couldn't count on the police for. What would that mean? For example, let's say his enemies are inside the agency. I recall what Sosuke was telling me. If he was on the money, I get why Ikuta didn't call the police. Looked at that way, it all fits together. That's a terrible thought. Enemies inside the police force itself? Oh yeah, shocking. I don't like it either. Still, with no solid answers, we head back to the station. Hey. Alex is there lurking to ambush us. Did you find out anything about Superintendent Ikuta? Nah, we got nothing. What's the first thing it's doing? If I were there, this wouldn't have happened. Pretty sure you could have changed a damn thing. What did you say? Come on, let's not fight, okay? Whoopsie, that's my phone. I pull it out and look. The number is new to me, not one that I recognize. Not that that's unusual. Hello? Hey, Detective Hiryu. Who's this? It's me, man, it's me. My little brother Shinji? Do you need some money? Nah, you're getting ahead of the scam. Sorry to screw it up for you, Detective Kodama. Nice to know you remember my voice. Did I scare you? You're a detective, I'm not surprised you could get your hands on my number. Like, I'm busy right now. Yes, you are, huh? I hear we went and lost us a superintendent. The whole force is dealing with it right now. Can't swear it's connected, but I got some info. You don't believe me? Not yet, anyway. If you really got something, skip me and take it to the first. You're the first now too, ain't that right? Heh, guess I am. So, what have you got? Not over the phone. How about the cafe where we met? I'll be right there. You meant just say cafe to Hiryu and he'll be there. I hang up and look at Claris. We go to love and peace. What happened? Detective Kodama says he's got intel for us. Kodama? You know him? No, I've never heard the name before. That sounds like a lie. You want to come meet him? Yes, I do. Alex must be desperate to pick up Ikuda's trail. He actually tags along with us. At the shop we find Kodama already seated. Hey, over here, over here. He beckons us over, undisturbed by our third member. So to bring such a big audience, if you brought him their guests. At his urging, Claris and I sit down. Alex sits too, somewhat further away. You gotta be in a real pickle to let me drag you out this easy. I hate to say it, but yeah. We got nothing to go on. So what's this info you say you got? You think I'm just gonna tell you? You want something for it? It's got something to do with me, right? You could say that. Could say it doesn't too. What matters is you're a lone wolf. What are you talking about? The case of disappearing Ikuta. It's the Shining Union who's behind it. The one you're so interested in? It's real. Say what you want, but it's an urban legend. The MPA has got zero intel on it. Weird, huh? What? The police haven't got any records in the Union. Why do you figure that is? Because it's an urban legend? Have they got a file on Bloody Mary? No, they don't. Alright, no, there's no file on Bloody Mary. I'll give you that one. Kodoma's smile seems to say. But let's say for a second the Union does exist. Why doesn't the agency have anything on file? Beats me. Because the files get disposed of, or shut down before they're logged. By someone in the police? Claris is looking at me. She remembers what I suggested about enemies inside the agency. This sure does sound like what I was talking about. Maybe you're more familiar with the Cult case. That one's off limits for investigation, but there are still mountains of files on it in lockup, yeah? Lots of stuff they wouldn't want us getting out, yeah? The Cult and the Union have a lot in common. Like two sides of a coin, don't you think? What are you saying? The Cult is a criminal organization. Face down, tails. The other side is the Shining Union. Who would that be? Heads? Claris cocks her head, not putting it together. Like a cop organization? They're saying it's the police. Alex twitches slightly. Excellent guess. I think the Shining Union is part of the MPA. Deep inside my brain something clicks. Another strange disappearance. The one of Schwald's body. That thing was under heavy police protection. Nobody could get at it except its protectors. Take it one step further, and we're looking at the higher-ups. Or maybe somebody closer to the government. Yeah, that all fits, if the premise holds up. And now we have the case of the disappearing Ikuta. Figure the Shining Union is involved. It's coming out of nowhere again. What makes you think so? The higher-ups know something we don't. Something they aren't telling their detectives. Funny, don't you think? That's all I got for you. See if it gets you anywhere. You want me to go poke the MPA brass? Why not? You got nothing to lose. Easy for him to say. I don't even know who most of the higher-ups are. Well, we know one of them. Although she might burn our face off if we try to annoy her anymore. Diamante comes to mind, but... what will he do? Not like I got any other leads. I'll go hit up Diamante. Sounds good to me. Wait. I can't agree with that. Why not? Do you trust this Diamante person? What's the opposite of yes? Then talking to her could expose our plans. Our plans? Are we on the same team now, Alex? He has a point, Ruka. What if Detective Kodama... If what Detective Kodama is saying is true, won't tipping off the Shining Union to what we're thinking be dangerous? So we can't just start knocking on doors? Can't expect him to open without knocking either. I have little information of my own. You got info? About the Shining Union? No, about the NPA's higher echelons. I know someone up there that we can trust. Why would you know someone like that? I'm with the... I used to be in the first. Finally figured out the past tense, huh? I haven't given up on returning, but I'm still a detective. I can't escape the facts in front of me. Fair enough. And why would you tell me anything? I don't want to help you, but it's for Superintendent Ikuta. Without him, I'll have trouble going back to the first. I can see how you'd think that anyway. And there's no one in the agency I can trust. You sure do make a lot of enemies. It's because he's really, really abrasive. Not as many as you, Ruka. Shut it all the way up. I don't trust you as a person, but you aren't completely ineffective. Superintendent Ikuta values you at the very least. Wow, compliments from Alex. Do you think you'll cry with happiness, Ruka? No, because I'm not happy. If you got information, put it on the table. It's not that I have information myself. Huh? Have you ever heard of a man named Samikaku? Who was that? Kind of a jerk. You think of everyone that way. True. Well, when the shoe fits. He's in charge of some special government squad. Sounds like you do know who he is. I bumped into him one time, on a case. Superintendent Ikuta spoke about him once. He said he was the only person with power in the agency, in whom he could place any faith. He said that? I wouldn't have expected it. He's not into trusting people either. But it's true. Some government guy Superintendent Ikuta trusts? Not a bad lead. Right. It's possible that he knows something. He assisted me as well, back when I was at the first. Then, why would you put me in touch? Why aren't you going to talk to him yourself? If you're so buddy-buddy, that should make it easy. I want to, believe me, I want to. But I can't do it right now. I don't want him to see me like this, not kicked out of the first. Okay. Pride, I've heard of it. Never experienced it, but I've heard of it. I think it's worth a try. Maybe you'd know something. Maybe you would. And it's still not like we've got any other ideas. Let's go talk to him. Alright. We walk off, and then... Where are we supposed to find him? We march back over to Alex to find out. How do we get in touch with this guy? With difficulty, the way you're going about it. Listen, will you? Contacting Samikaku isn't easy. He's gotta have a cell phone or two. Not as far as I've ever heard. He's an exceptionally cautious man. So our best bet is to barge in on him? That wouldn't be smart. Your head would go on a chopping block. So what's the special trick to get in touch? Write a letter. What? The only way to reach him is via letter. Now I've heard everything. With a pen and paper. Like a fucking caveman. Apparently the Stone Age Guild. What's a letter doing in the digital era? I can't help cracking up. That's more backwards than most Luddites, Seged or Elf. The most Luddites, Seged or Elf. Well, maybe not a Seged actually. Some of them can't even write. Bunch of stupid meathead jerks, who needs them anyway? Simply mailing him a normal letter won't cut it. You write a certain message in a certain address. Do that, and it'll reach him. Is that how the Samikaku person always deals with everybody? It's the primary method. Superintendent Ikuta used it as well. I'll keep my fingers crossed for you. Shit, sounds like we're gonna need it. Never thought I'd be writing love letters at this age. How does it look to you? I feel like it came out pretty well. It's really, passionately phrased. The very first line says, "Meet with me or I will kill you." That will definitely set my heart pounding. You bet. The earnestness really comes through when that's where it stops. It might leave him too love-struck to write a reply. Yeah, might make his legs give out under him. Do you really want to send it like that? Shoot it off. You might not get a reply if this rubs him the wrong way. It's fine, send it. On your head be it. Bombs away. Yes, sir. Clarice goes off to drop the letter in a mailbox. Now we wait for an answer. Night time that same day. I've wrapped up work, and I'm headed out, along with Claris. I'm gonna eat. Claris is going home. We didn't get a reply, did we? I figure the letters got to him by now. Same day delivery. What kind of futuristic land do you live in? Jesus. But who knows what he's been up to today. Could be that his job's keeping him busy. The only thing we can do is sit back and wait. Do we have that kind of time? You worried about Ikuta? Yes. Shouldn't we be fighting for every last second? If you're wondering how bad this could be, the answer is real bad. But the whole first is looking for him and they're coming up empty. You think it's gonna matter if we scramble or not? We've got our own way. We take it at our pace. And trust it, it'll get us where we're going in time. I guess we do. It's so frustrating just waiting though. If you want to be a good detective, you gotta have the patience to. A strange feeling runs up my spine. Claris, what is it? Come with me a sec. No way. We're almost at the fork. Claris will split off to the road home to her place. You're planning to make me treat you again. Not this time. I brush my right ear with my hand fleetingly. And that's one of our signs. It means danger or no chit-chat. Ah. That's for when things are bad and we have to act natural. We got somebody nasty on our tail here. I think, anyway. Okay. Just ahead there's an alleyway off to the left. As soon as we get in there, you go up. Claris nods, almost imperceptibly, and I turn into the alley. I don't know how far away the guy is, but it'll probably take him a minute to catch up. And if he follows us in there, we can get a good look at him. Claris vanishes silently into the sky. She's almost impossible to make out in the darkness. I move deeper into the back streets alone. Who knows what we're fishing for? Might be a snake. After a little, I pick up the pace. I trot at first, and I keep accelerating. Soon I'm sprinting down the narrow alleyway. I still feel our trail behind me, never deviating from the chase. Alright, let's see who you are. I spin around and pull the pistol out of my pocket. The idea is to make our pursuer flinch. But our tail doesn't seem surprised to find me ready, and keeps rushing at me without dropping speed. Criminy! There are only a few arms lengths between us now. No time to be shouting out warnings. I shoot. There's a strange staticky noise. The bullet goes wide. I missed. No, that's not what happened. A tail has got my pistol arm locked in a tight grip. I can't make out the face underneath that mask, not even the gender. But whoever this is nobody to play with. And I can't use my powers right now. With my right arm out of action, I'm short on options. If we're doing this hand to hand, I've got another arm. I'm good in close quarters, albeit not as good as Sasuke. But whoever this is, they're better than me. We trade a few blows and they don't even flinch. It's all I can do to keep from getting knocked out, until I pull another gun out of another pocket. This one seems to come as more of a surprise. I thrust its huge barrel up against the person's chin. Checkmate, sucker. You have a strange way of saying hello? A man's voice comes from underneath the mask. He raises his hands in surrender. Why were you following me? Weren't you the one who contacted me? What? The man slowly raises his left hand to his mask. Then he pulls the thing off himself. Didn't you write me a letter, Ruka Hiryu? You are. I'm glad you remember my name. I hear a lot of stories about you. Some of them say that you're still hunting the cult. I guess you hear a lot of things when you work for the government. He's got that much on me at least. So, the story that you've lost your powers is true. It's a dangerous piece you have there, though I can see the need for it. Gotta keep myself alive somehow. I tuck both my handguns away. Judging by his confidence, he could deal with them anyway. You can see it in every move he makes. The man is with the Special Forces for a reason. Who knew you were this hard to get a hold of? I apologize for that. Things have been a mess recently. Ah well, you gave me a workout, but I guess I got my meeting. Claris, you can come back. It wasn't an enemy. I flashed a signal for Claris to return. You had her above us. That was a smart move. Even though Claris isn't down yet, Samikaku looks upward to the sky. What's this about? I'm a bit weirded out by how Samikaku chose to join us. Of course, I'm still the one who reached out to him. What do you think? You ask odd questions. Do you expect me to guess? The man sounds exasperated. I'm back. Hey. Who is this? Clara still seems wary. There's some fear in her tone. That's because Samikaku radiates intensity. This is Samikaku. With the special forces. It is? So that's why he's so scary. He never even looks Claris's way. Is it going well so far? Yeah, we're just getting into it. You know the kind of trouble the MPA's in right now? No. I have other things to do. So? The first division lost a guy. Ikuta, Superintendent Ikuta, he's missing. Missing? Semi-mythical looks dubious. Nobody can get through to him. I see, so he's been caught in something. That's how it's looking. We figured you might know what he's been into. Unfortunately, I don't have any guesses. I probably won't be able to help. Shake your information network, see what falls out? It isn't so easy. I'm not an information operative. I command my unit. My unit exists to control and eliminate threats. So you're a combat specialist. You understand. I also operate only on government orders. I can't give you any assistance. Looks like we're barking up the wrong building, Ruka. Looks like it. It seems to me we're finished here. Let me ask you one more question. What's that? I get who you are and what you do. You're not somebody we can count on here. But there's something that's still bugging me. Why'd you even let me get in touch? Because you called him, right, Ruka? Why would a man who doesn't listen to anybody but the government even react when I send him a letter? Nothing was stopping him from just ignoring it. Maybe not, but you can be very persistent. Ha! Like Samikaku cares how persistent I am. I'm betting you he had a reason. You need the procedure to contact me. That was enough to make me curious. Never heard of doing it by mail before, that's true. Are you satisfied? Nope, not so much. What could still be bothering you? If you're so curious, why haven't you asked? It should have been the first thing out of your mouth. You should have asked where I picked up the procedure. It was easy enough to guess. I'm leaving. Samikaku tries to walk away. I fling one more sentence at his departing back. Like how you didn't hear what happened to Ikuta. What? Luca? You work for the government, sure, but that doesn't mean you're slow to collect info. You're the fastest. How do you try to cast a wide net? So I say it's not true when you tell me that you never heard a superintendent was missing. That case has been kept internal with the police, within the police. How should I have information that hasn't left the agency? Uh-huh. I'm gonna find out who the hell you are. Do what you want. You jump into conclusions. It's almost as if you don't trust me. That's how it sounds, Ruka. You're being too hard on him. I understand that you're short on leads, but I suggest you think about this more carefully. I'm always careful. I think I just got lucky on top of it. You're hiding something. That's for sure. I see. Have it your way. This time Samikaku really does leave. Are you sure you wanted to say all that to him? I don't think he has anything to do with all this. Didn't think so either at first. Then I saw him and now I've changed my mind. So you really think he's suspicious? Do you remember that message Ikuta left with me? I've still got it stuck in my head. I remember it had this weird noise in it. But Tamako couldn't get anything from the analysis. Oh, it's that static noise that we heard when we shot at him. Wasn't that the end of it? When me and Samikaku were grappling, I heard that same kind of noise again. You heard a noise? Only for a second. It was the same one as in the message from Ikuta. Maybe you misheard it. We'll find out. All we have to do is check. I pull out the recorder. Why do you have that? You never know when you'll run into trouble. If you're expecting to meet someone in a position of power, you always want to have one of these handy. Oh, it's like you're thinking ahead. Yeah, nice catch, Sherlock. I play back the recording. At first it's just me and Claris chatting. Then I tip her off that we're being followed. The recording catches up to the action in the alley. Alright, let's see who you are. Here we go. Darn. We're up to the moment where I take my shot at Samikaku. This is it. Checkmate, sucker. After this, it's just me and Samikaku talking. Did you hear it? Yeah, I caught it. What a strange sound. And this is Ikuta's message. I play it back on my phone's speakers. It sounds exactly the same, right? But what does that mean? I'm not sure. It must be his power. He must be a keeper, right? But after that noise, he moved weird for a second. He went fuzzy, like the static, and dodged the bullet. Maybe that's related too. So that means he has keeper powers? And that sound has something to do with them. Could be. Could even be the power as the sound itself. Does that mean the cult isn't involved, if Samikaku is? not necessarily. Like the government ordered him to bring Curator in. Or he could be with the cult himself. Come on, Ruka. That seems a little... Sometimes stuff that seems crazy is still true. It's just how the world works. Finally, Claris is starting to catch on. I still don't get why he came out to see me. Maybe he figured I wouldn't pick up on it, but he still wound up giving us a solid lead with that noise thing. I'm feeling actual gratitude towards Curator. I guess I owe him a decent burial after all. Let's hope we don't have to bury anyone. I'll pass the lead to Tamako and have a look at it again. I'm gonna ask you to take a look at Sami-mythical too. Maybe we can find out if his power is connected to the sound. What's our next move? Hey. Why's Nagare here? Nagare? Hello. What are you doing here? Forensics work? She holds up some admittedly forensics-y equipment. By yourself? People don't like me. That sounds hard. They give me many meaningless tasks. That's rough. What are you two doing here? Just stuff. I see. May I? May you what? We're in kind of a hurry here. Don't worry, this won't take long. Can I see your hand? Huh? I'm very good with palm lines. What the hell are you talking about? May I read your palms? Why not be nice and let it? We have time. I guess we do. Alright. Thank you. I'll begin. Nagare takes my hand and shuts her eyes. That tell you anything? Nothing in particular. You're not so great at it then. I'm very sorry. Nagare turns and starts back down the alley. Oh, that was mean. Is it okay to let her go alone? It's not great, huh? Hey, are you okay in there by yourself? Don't worry. I'm easy to overlook. Wait, is that really gonna cover it? What did she want? Beats the hell out of me. Well, we got better things to do than worry about it. We're getting back to the station. Got it. Wait. Oh man, not Daimonji. Just before we leave the alley, we hear a voice. What are you doing here? I was tailing you via Sami-mythical. Because I'd noticed your suspicious actions, and that you were trying to contact that man. I didn't notice at all. Huh, you got a long way to go, Claris. Did you pick up on it, Ruka? Well, you know, maybe you could say I did, in a way. So did you? Semantics. You didn't notice her either. It was all I could do to pick up on Sami-mythical. You have nothing to be ashamed of. As I said, I wasn't tailing you directly. All of my attention was on Sami-mythical. You could hardly be expected to notice. Is that how it works? Pretty much, yeah. So by that theory, did Mr. Sami-mythical notice you too? Fat chance. He was busy tailing us. Every ounce of his attention was on me. That's another advantage of tailing a tail. You don't expect to be followed when you're doing the following. That isn't how people's minds work. The biggest issue is that to be cautious, you'd have to split your attention. You would need that attention 100% on us. I'm not saying Sami-mythical was better than your average Joe cop. He might have picked up on a tail if it was sloppy. But this is Daimonji we're talking about. She's good at everything. What are you planning to do next? Forget us, what are you gonna do? I don't have to tell you that. Then I don't have to tell you anything either. Sure don't feel like it right now. I see. In that case, allow me to speculate. You're searching for the missing Superintendent Ikuta. You're determined that Sami-mythical, who works with the government directly, might have some information. He did make contact with you, but you found no leads. Well, you almost didn't. You sniffed something out in the end. Am I wrong? She's talking like she saw the whole thing up close. Did she plant a bug on me when I wasn't looking? Doubt it, I'm not that stupid. But Claris? Claris is that stupid. Hey, Claris. Yeah? I feel her up. Huh? What are you doing? Don't worry about it, just hold still. You're telling me to keep still? Don't touch me in front of other people. Can I touch you in private? No, you can't. I pat her down from her shoulders to her hips. Bingo. I find something out of place at the tip of her holster. This is a miniature listening device. Huh? What? It's expensive. Did you give it back? Figured it was yours. When did you put that on me? Sometime when you were busy being an idiot. See this? This is your idiot badge. Ouch. You should reflect on your mistake there, Detective Claris. Your senior partner here is loose in his conduct, but I never found an opportunity to plant one on him. Damn right. Oh, it hurts more when it's serious criticism. I hand back the bug with all the solemnity I can muster. I tell Claris most everything, after all. That means Daimonji knows my suspicions about Sami-mythical. So, don't interact with him again. He isn't someone you two can handle. I know he's way up there, but still that noise is sticking with me. I'm sure. Perhaps you're right to imagine a hint in that. In some cases, it can be wiser not to pursue, particularly when you can't use your powers. Yeah, thanks so much for that. It would be prudent to limit yourself. Follow this too deep and you may not surface alive. You're saying you think Samikaku is shady too. I don't need to answer that. You're a broken record. Back off, you understand? What makes you think that's convincing? I don't mind how convinced you are. If you want to ignore me and die, I can't stop you. Thanks so much for the consideration. You're not very nice, you know that? You slap a million restrictions on me and don't even give me the information I need. That's a necessary skill if you want to get promoted. Man, I really don't like you. Damaji knows damn well I'm not stopping, but she's still warning me, so she can say that she did. I wonder if that's the only reason. So, what will you do? You plan to continue chasing Samikaku? Chasing him how? He's gone. Who knows where he went? I'm done for the day. Okay. Then I'm going home. Wait, huh? Is there still more? We gotta look into what that noise was. Look into it how? By making Tamako pull an all-nighter. She's good at this kind of thing too. Now that we know what we're looking for, the door's open for it. And you're gonna ask her to help right now? Yeah, that's why you're here. She's still a girl, you can communicate. I hate interpreting from jerk into girl. Ruka's orders. Slave driver. That's a terrible way of treating your subordinates, but I approve of you returning to the NPA. Hey, you treat us badly. We're your subordinate. You shouldn't be out of the town at the moment. Shut it, you're still here? I'll return with you. Walking back with my stalker, great. Alright, we need to wrap this one up because we're out of time for today. But that's interesting, we might have gotten ourselves a lead. We might have just gotten ourselves a lead. So maybe that guy works for the Shining Union then. Potentially. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me and I'll see you in the next one.